Generally, mechanical keyboards are quite versatile, depending on what our preferences are. How they're made differs from other types of keyboards, like ones with rubber dome and scissor switches. Even within the product market, there are many different types of mechanical switches made by various companies. In this video, we will show you the 7 best mechanical keyboards you can buy. If you are a gadget lover and like to watch videos like this, then subscribe to this channel. Logitech G Pro Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. The G Pro is Logitech's answer to the esports gaming scene. Goodbye numbered keypad, hello blinding full RGB. This thing has RGB backlighting that is so customizable you could probably use it to direct traffic. It's not all gimmicks though, as Logitech has developed their own Roamer G switches that claim to allow 25% faster keystrokes than their Cherry MX competition. For the average gamer, that may not be super noticeable, but for the pros, every edge counts. It's ready for battle in the real world too, as it features a steel backplate to create weight despite its tanky-less design. The cable is also detachable, so it's easy to stow away, whether you're heading to a LAN party at a friend's house or off to a gaming convention. One weird omission, however, is that it only has 26 key rollover support. You're not likely going to need to mash more than 26 keys at once, but it does seem odd that much cheaper keyboards have a full in-key rollover. You also can't see the letters and numbers on the keys unless the backlighting is on. This keyboard has both wired or wireless options. It uses the Roamer G tactile switch in the keys and has an amazing backlight, 16.8 million colors RGB. Yes, the G Pro is kind of pricey, but for true gaming and typing performance, with a durable design and heaps of customization, it's overall an excellent keyboard. DOS Keyboard Model S Professional for Mac. The DOS Keyboard Model S Professional is a big, heavy slab of black plastic with 2 USB slots and works on Mac, Windows, and Linux. And with its included Cherry MX Blue key switches, the people around you will know that you're hitting your keys with intent. The Model S Professional certainly is serious about typing and has done its best to emulate the feel of the legendary IBM Model M. While it should last pretty much forever, it is still very expensive for what you get. There are no dedicated media controls or backlighting, which may well be a deal breaker. If you want to type on a Mac, Linux, Windows-compatible tank and let everyone in the room know about it, the Model S Professional is a decent choice. Otherwise, we think there are better value-for-money options out there. Matias Tactile Pro Keyboard for Mac. If you love the feel of Apple's Extended 2 keyboard, as well as the crisp, white, minimalist looks, you'll immediately be drawn to the Matias Tactile Pro Keyboard for Mac. It's probably a good thing you're used to Apple gear too, because this keyboard definitely has an Apple-esque price. Although it is primarily Mac keyboard, it will work with a PC. You're unlikely to be using it as a gaming keyboard, so the Tactile Pro is most certainly about the typing feel. It offers a long travel distance on the keys and a satisfying click to round things off. It will plug and play very nicely with a Mac and has 4 dedicated media buttons, as well as a welcome 3 USB 2.0 ports, so you can basically use it as a USB hub for your computer. It's expensive, loud, and definitely isn't suitable for gaming. But if you are a hardcore Apple fanboy and have the budget, you will absolutely love the Matias Tactile Pro Keyboard for Mac. DOS Keyboard 4 Professional. You might like to think of the DOS Keyboard 4 Professional as similar to the Razer Black Widow Elite, but it's been taken to the car shop to get full tints and a murdered out paint job. It even has an option for pure black keys, with no labeling at all. This thing is a tank, and it has no need for flashy lights, or even letters and numbers, to get the job done. You get to choose from Cherry MX Blue switches for the full noise approach, or the brown ones if you want to run in stealth mode. It has a decent array of dedicated media switches, including an addictively pleasant volume knob, and there is the pleasing addition of 2 USB 3.0 ports for some extra juice to your peripherals. The word professional in its name is probably more apt for office use rather than gaming. While it offers a first-rate typing experience, it's nothing spectacular in the gaming department. It also misses some things that its high-end competitors have, like macro keys and backlighting for example. So if you want something solid to get the job done with no fuss, the DOS Keyboard 4 Professional will no doubt serve you well for many, many years to come. But if you're all about the RGB macro life, you'll probably want to look elsewhere. Corsair K95 RGB Platinum. PC World called the Corsair K95 RGB Platinum the luxury car of keyboards, and we can see why. It's big, flashy, and has all the bells and whistles. There's nothing subtle about it. The Razer Black Widow Ultimate may have full RGB backlighting, but the K95 Platinum also has an RGB bar light up across the top of the keyboard and under the logo. It also has a 32-bit ARM Cortex processor and 8MB storage for profiles. The first mission to the moon probably had less processing power than this keyboard. It's made of a military-grade aluminum, but rest assured you'll be comfortable using it since it comes with a decent wrist pad included. It's also one of the few keyboards where you can get the best of both worlds, genuine Cherry MX switches and RGB backlighting. On the downside, the wrist rest can get dirty pretty easily, and the included software has no place being near a keyboard of this price. It's just too complex for its own good. If you're looking for a speedy Cherry MX switches to tap along to your RGB Overkill Light show, the Corsair K95 RGB Platinum is worth its price. SteelSeries Apex Pro. Yes, you may need a bank loan to afford the SteelSeries Apex Pro, but it is a ridiculously capable, versatile, and durable keyboard. In fact, it may well be the last keyboard you'll ever need to buy. Forget about picking the right key switch type or trying to figure out what the Cherry MX equivalent is. This thing actually lets you adjust the actuation on the keys. Do you want fast and responsive keystrokes for gaming? Done. Do you need heavy keystrokes to increase accuracy when typing? Also done. Do you accidentally hit one key in particular in a game? You can reduce the sensitivity on that one key too. Oh, and did we mention it has an actual OLED screen on it? You can use the screen to adjust the key travel as you go, add a custom media key, or just have a GIF displaying, because why not? And it's not going to take up your whole desk either. It's by no means a massive keyboard, so it'll fit in even the most modest gaming or office nooks. This is massively innovative stuff, and we have to take our hats off to SteelSeries. It's without a doubt the best keyboard on the market. You will pay for the privilege, of course, but if you can afford it, you will not regret it in any way, shape, or form. Razer Black Widow Elite. Razer, fairly or not, has in the past been characterized as a manufacturer that focuses more on shiny lights and gimmicks, but that's simply not the case with the Razer Black Widow Elite. Okay, yes, it does have a lot of shiny lights and gimmicks, but it is still an excellent functional keyboard, especially for gaming. Its RGB chroma backlighting is impossible to ignore, and it does look absolutely gorgeous, but it's just not about looking pretty. You have a range of key switch options that, while proprietary, rather than genuine Cherry MX, are excellent performers. The included wrist rest is simple but supremely comfortable, and it has USB and 3.5mm headphone pass-throughs. Add to that dedicated media controls, and you have a very enticing prospect indeed. It is arguable that there isn't much innovation here, and the included software isn't exactly elegant, but overall this is a brilliant keyboard for both gaming and typing, so it covers nearly every base you need in a modern mechanical keyboard. Add to the fact you can pick one up for an eye-watering price. So that's all for today. If you choose a keyboard from here, let us know which one you would buy. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you've subscribed.